Let's discuss the topic of stimulus and share your thoughts in the comments section below. Should the government send out more stimulus checks, considering the unfulfilled promise by the Biden administration? Or should they refrain from doing so due to the high inflation rates and interest rates? We will explore the impacts of stimulus on the economy, not just limited to stimulus checks, in an article that was recently published. It highlights the effects of stimulus provisions, provides specific amounts and details, and reveals that there is still around $300 billion remaining from previous stimulus packages. This amount would be sufficient to distribute a $1,200 stimulus check to every individual in the country. Additionally, we will discuss the promises made regarding unemployment benefits and Social Security, and whether they will be fulfilled or postponed. Personally, I believe that the likelihood of receiving pandemic stimulus checks is low. However, there are concerns about a potential recession, and some speculate that this could lead to more stimulus checks being issued. As we explore the article, we will also touch upon the need for Social Security reform in 2023, as time is running out. Feel free to share your thoughts on these topics in the comments section below. Before we proceed, I kindly request you to like this video if you appreciate the updates and subscribe to stay informed. Now let's delve into the details of the video. The article, which was published today, discusses the approximately $5 trillion spent on COVID-19 stimulus. Supporters argued that this massive cash infusion was necessary to sustain the economy during the pandemic, while critics viewed it as a wasteful expenditure that would increase the national debt, foster dependence, and lead to inflation and a potential recession. It seems that many of these concerns have materialized, as inflation and interest rates have reached record highs. The effects of the stimulus were felt on both individual and macroeconomic levels. The article highlights that businesses used public funds to stay afloat, resulting in a significant decline in the GDP, reaching a historical low in the second quarter of 2020. However, the economy gradually recovered with the help of $1.7 trillion in government stimulus spending for business recovery. The article provides a breakdown of the various business stimulus provisions, including the Paycheck Protection Program, PPP, economic injury disaster loans, tax credits, grants, and more. These programs prevented countless businesses from closing their doors and helped save jobs. In fact, it is estimated that the funds provided through the PPP alone saved around 900,000 service industry jobs. While the stimulus measures were successful in preventing a complete economic collapse, the article acknowledges that their overall effectiveness is debatable. The government spent $4.13 in public funds for every dollar in lost wages that it prevented. The flood of unexpected income contributed to inflation, which reached a 40-year high, and resulted in increased prices for goods and services. It's important to note that the article clarifies that the stimulus checks themselves were not the primary cause of inflation. They accounted for only a small percentage of the peak inflation rate. Nonetheless, the overall spending and stimulus measures, along with other factors, contributed to the inflationary pressures. The impact of the stimulus on individuals and households was significant. The direct payments to individuals and families, totaling $1.8 trillion, provided immediate relief to those in need. This included $817 billion in stimulus checks and $678 billion in unemployment benefits. Additionally, there were expansions and enhancements to programs like the Child Tax Credit, SNAP, food assistance, delayed student loan payments, and more. The stimulus checks helped alleviate financial hardships for millions of Americans. The payments allowed individuals to purchase essential goods and services, pay off debts, and invest, thereby supporting the economy. Low-income households in particular benefited the most from the stimulus packages, making it one of the most effective anti-poverty programs in modern history. However, the influx of cash led to increased savings initially. As inflation eroded the value of these savings, Americans began drawing down their accounts, resulting in a significant drain on savings each month. In the first quarter of 2023, Americans were depleting their savings by $85 billion per month. The article concludes that the post-pandemic era has provided valuable lessons on managing economic downturns. While there is still a debate about the need for additional stimulus checks, it is clear that targeted approaches and technological investments are necessary for effective deployment. These lessons will shape our future response and better equip us to navigate economic storms.